What up, YouTube? So I'm sharing this with you guys because I thought it was very interesting. And as most of you guys know, our channel is for the most part dedicated to educating our people. So here's some education for you guys delivered by the sister who very eloquently breaks down the word Caucasian and gives you the non-scientific reason why white people are considered not Caucasian. Let's check it out, man. Learn something.
Have you ever wondered why we call white people Caucasian? The answer is surprisingly, heck, you know what this show is about. Most people know the definition of Caucasian as a white-skinned person of European descent, right? Not really. Outside of America, white people generally aren't seen as Caucasian at all. Why? Because almost every country has a different definition for Caucasian. A person from the Caucasus region, which in case you're wondering is actually right over here, with parts of Russia, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and northern Turkey. So why has Caucasian become synonymous with all white people? Well, buckle your seatbelts because things are about to get pretty racist. A century before Hitler's rise to power, there was another German man who believed white people were the perfect race, Christoph Meiners, who was one of the earliest adopters of scientific racism. Now hold on, because it's about to get really unscientific. Meiners believed that Caucasians, aka the actual people from that region between Russia and Turkey, had, quote, the whitest, most blooming, and most delicate skin. In fact, he viewed every non-Caucasian race as ugly, inferior, immoral, and animal-like. He also believed people from the Middle East and Asia had little intelligence and were predispositioned to be evil. Then German scientist Johann Blumenbach added to this emerging definition. Blumenbach believed that the Caucasus region was home to the most beautiful race of men, the people of Georgia. And what made the Georgian people so beautiful? Well, this creepy guy had a huge collection of human skulls. And out of the 245, the Georgian skull was his favorite. Did I mention that he had a collection of 245 human skulls? So this weirdo, using no science at all, decided that all of humanity must have come from this region. Spoiler alert, we didn't. He also decided that all light-skinned people from Europe belong to the same race, Caucasian. Then he split the rest of the world into 4 other races, which he referred to as degenerate forms of God's original creation. Sounds like a fun guy. Those other races were Mongolian, the yellow race, Malayan, the brown race, Ethiopian, the black race, and American, the red race. Blumenbach's racial classifications went on to be adopted by the newly formed United States, because of course it did. It helped our founding fathers justify things like slavery and selective immigration quotas. But that was a long time ago, right? So why does the word Caucasian persist while other old-timey racial categories like Mongoloid and Negroid have disappeared? Well, there seems to be a few reasons that are a little intertwined. In America, there's a long legal history of the word. The Supreme Court has actually used Caucasian in 64 cases, including one from 1928 that is key. During the 1920s, only free whites, or Caucasians, were allowed to become naturalized citizens. In 1928, Bhagat Singh Thind, an Indian man who fought for the U.S. in World War I, tried to become a U.S. citizen by arguing that many anthropologists defined Indians as Caucasians. After a major legal battle, the Supreme Court decided that Caucasian really only meant white Europeans. This decision legally codified the modern American definition of Caucasian as whites with European ancestry. Why else? We don't exactly know for sure, but one reason I think Caucasian is likely stuck around is because of its power. Language is one of the most systematic, subtle, and significant vehicles for spreading racial ideology, and Caucasian implies that white people are different from other racial groups in America. It makes it seem like white people are somehow connected in a way that's not just based on the pigmentation of their skin. It even sounds kind of scientific, even though it's really not. So were you surprised by the history of the word Caucasian?
So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Man, look this information up if you guys doubt it at all. Look it up. And the funny thing is, a lot of people from Armenia, which is one of the regions that is around the Caucasus Mountains, don't even consider themselves white. But yet, white Europeans consider themselves Caucasian. It's kind of crazy, huh? Well, in any event, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, learn, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.